they start reading your names. It's like directed right down the stairs, so they come down.
Sooner be in the garden.
Okay. All right. You are banning. We'll be naked.
Welcome faculty and welcome graduates. To begin our celebration, I warmly welcome Dr. Caleb Rashad, High Tech High's CEO.
Oh my goodness, you all look outstanding. Can we give them a big round of applause, please? Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, band. Exactly right. Thank you for that. I just want to just take a moment to just acknowledge, especially after the past couple of years through the pandemic and distance learning, significant challenges that we've all faced, no doubt about it. And there's something beautiful about being together in community again, realizing that we're not meant to just be locked behind digital devices. And especially on this weekend of Juneteenth, a celebration of the recognition of people striving for freedom, for dignity, for joy. Given that these are dark times, no doubt, we've got lots of challenges that we're facing in the world, in our communities. We want to be able to hold both dark and light at the same time. We want to find joy, and right here, we've got lots of reasons to celebrate. Can we give it up for them one more time, please? I would like to at least just begin with a few thank yous. First of all, to our Master of Ceremony, Sinky. Thank you very much. We love starting with student voice. Thank you very much for leading us in that. I also want to just acknowledge our director here at this campus, the brother Joseph Davidson right here. And also, surely not last nor least, but the teachers here at High Tech High in North County. Can we please give them a big round of applause? teaching, faculty, yeah, that's where the magic happens, right there. Absolutely. I want to just thank you all for being here with us today. These are challenging times nonetheless, and we have an opportunity to see our young people, the light in their eyes, the light of their possibilities in this season, to watch them mature and grow into the best versions of themselves. And we're here to celebrate that with them today. So how about we do this? How about we celebrate them with 2 claps and a whoosh? Yeah, I know. Okay, here's how it goes. We're going to clap 2 times like this. Whoosh. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, okay? So clear. Parents, visitors, all, will you please get everything else out of your hands? And this is for you. This is about sending them some energy, some positive energy and light for all of our kids right now. So on your mark, I'm going to count 3. We clap twice and send them some energy. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Caleb, for that beautiful welcome. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joseph Davidson, Director of High Tech High, North County.
All right. Thank you, Sinky. So graduates, families, distinguished guests, and members of the HTHNC community, it is an absolute honor to be here with you today. And I want to take a moment to thank our Dean of Students, Aleda Rivera, for planning and coordinating this beautiful opportunity to celebrate these amazing young people before us today. I'd also like to lift up a special thank you for our support staff and our one-of-a-kind educators, our teachers, who have dedicated themselves to the development and the success of each graduate here today. So let's give them a round of applause as well. And last but definitely not least, I'd like to thank you all, our families, our parents. This is definitely, if you've ever seen some of our staff members walking around, we have those shirts that say it takes a village. You are very much a part of that village, and it's been a pleasure to work with you and to receive your support. And so I want to let's give our families and our parents a round of applause as well. All right, so when I spoke to Ms. Aleda about my contribution to this moment, the word reflection came up. And this was great because as I conclude my first year here as director, I've been kind of in a constant state of reflection, right? So what went well, what didn't go well, what do we need more of? What needs to change? Is the COVID decision tree a tree or a massive forest? So many questions as I reflect. And one of the most important questions I realize has been, what does it mean to be an HTHNC Raptor? And I was certain that this year would help me answer that question. But what I didn't know is that it would be these graduating seniors who would show me exactly what it means to be a Raptor. Now, those who know me best know I love a great acronym, so I just wanted to, with that in mind, I wanted to take a few seconds to offer some reflection on what these graduates have taught me this year. So you've shown me that Raptors are resilient. These graduates have defied the odds navigating a pandemic, and that completely changed life and just the school experience as they've known it. And then we returned to in-person instruction with a list of challenges that threatened to impact what we would define as a normal senior year. In addition, we began the school year without a college advisor, and which presented yet another difficult challenge for these wonderful young people to overcome. And this is why second semester this year has been really special for me. Seeing one senior after the other establish their post-secondary plans has been nothing short of inspirational. And so our class of 2022 will forever represent resilience. You've also shown me that Raptors are ambitious. As COVID limitations really threaten our ability to kind of host some of those traditional events students have been longing to get back to, our seniors showed up as ambitious as they come. I remember impromptu brainstorming sessions in my office with members of the senior class with the desire to be creative about making senior year an experience our seniors really deserve. You've also shown me that Raptors are persistent. And as you all know, one of the great highlights of the HTHNC experience is our internship program, where our students experience learning beyond the classroom, right? And it's incredible. It's always been incredible to hear and learn about how our students experience this. But I've been most impressed by how our seniors have solidified these opportunities, right? Cole, for example. Cole followed his passion for music and wanting to learn more about recording professionally, landed an internship at a 5-star recording studio that actually did not traditionally take interns. But Cole's persistence prevailed, right? Or Tajella. Who secured an internship at the office of lawyer, San Marcos City Council member, and candidate for mayor, Randy Walton. Who shared during Tajella's IPOL that his office was not actively entertaining internships at the time, and they received lots of calls and inquiries, but her persistence prevailed. And I could probably spend the next hour giving you examples of all these graduates and how this has showed up for them. You've shown me that Raptors are thrivers, right? So to thrive is to grow vigorously, to be successful and make steady progress. Graduates, go ahead and just turn to your neighbor right now and say, you're a thriver. There you go. Just so you don't forget. And throughout this year, you each have demonstrated what it means to thrive even under difficult circumstances. You've shown me that Raptors are optimistic. One of the things that I love most about our small community here is that it provides us with a great opportunity to get to know our students really well. And so these conversations with our graduating seniors throughout this year have been nothing short of inspirational for me. And despite all that's happening in the world around us, these graduates remind us and have remained focused, hopeful, confident about the future. And as leaders of tomorrow, your spirit of optimism and your courage to press forward during challenging times is something that it gives me a lot of hope. And last but not least, you've shown me that Raptors are ready, right? You are ready for this next chapter. You're ready to lead. You're ready to be the change agents we need. You're ready to make our community and society better. And you're ready to pursue your purpose. You're ready for anything. So class of 2022, thank you for showing me what it truly means to be a Raptor. Resilient, ambitious, persistent, thrivers, optimistic, and ready. I'm so proud of you, and I know amazing things are in store for each and every one of you. So congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Davidson, for those inspirational words. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Albert Contreras, known to our
I wasn't going to cry, but I'm holding strong. Thank you for that. I want to thank you all for allowing me to be a part of this amazing celebration for this wonderful group of graduates. Before I begin, I'd like to thank Joseph for all his wonderful leadership this year. He's an amazing person that I look up to. For the guests and parents, if you didn't hear, my name's Albert Contreras. Students affectionately call me Mr. C. And 2022, I love you all so much. This has been such an amazing year. You know, a lot of times here at High Tech High, I sort of feel like a fish out of water. Still do, and you know, I didn't know what High Tech High was originally. I had to Google PBL before the interview, and wasn't really quite sure where San Marcos was on the 78. I'm from South Bay originally, but besides asking my beautiful wife out on a date, working here has been the best decision I've ever made. Now, when I arrived here, I had heard about the class of 2022. Y'all had a little bit of a reputation. You were sort of anti-authority, you liked to push and pull on the rules, and you did your own thing no matter what. And I was excited because that sums me up perfectly. And getting to know you all has been amazing. It's been like a hand in the glove. I've learned so much from you all this year. I learned what Gaga Ball is. I got to watch you all perform as your true self as athletes, dancers, singers, writers, performers, musicians. It's truly been my pleasure. One of the best times of my week was Friday when I'd ask you all, what were you doing? You'd tell me about your plans, sometimes just to relax. Tell me about cool artists and bands you'd go see. I never knew who any of them were. But I was just really happy to be involved. And so in that spirit of sharing, I do want to tell you a little bit about my story. I've told you some of it in bits and pieces, but I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to address you all at once. Now, when I was a senior, I was actually a high school dropout. For 7 years after that, I started working full-time, drove trucks, worked on docks, grocery stores, did whatever I could just to pay the bills. I was working hard, but I wasn't working in my purpose. I knew that there was more to life, and I wanted it. I wanted to be an academic, I wanted to be educated. Most importantly, I wanted to give back to my community. So when I went back to school, I went back to community college, and I had to take 2 placement exams, one for English and one for math. And seniors, I didn't do so good. I was placed in a math class, and our first homework assignment was number lines, adding negative and positive numbers, pre-algebra, seriously. In the English class, I was placed in a group where every other student there was English as their second language. English is not my second language. We learned about nouns, verbs, and how to write a proper sentence. And with these classes, I was fighting for my life. I dedicated myself to hard work, and I achieved many great things, and the most of which I'm proud of is being your faculty speaker here today. I encourage you all to find your purpose, to find that true thing that drives you, because you can work hard in life, but if you're not working towards that goal, life doesn't have that certain special meaning. You know, a few weeks ago, I had a conversation actually with Caleb out here, and we talked about what that felt like, to wake up excited, to wake up ready to take the day. Because no matter what happens with those challenges and struggles, if you love what you do, you're always ready to face them, because first it comes from a place of love. Vision and purpose without hard work is nothing but a dream. There are no shortcuts. All of you have so many different life goals, dreams, aspirations, but the one thing that all of you need to do is work hard. Abraham Lincoln once said, "You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be. Do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose." Now, life is not simply finding your purpose in labor. It's about finding that joy. What makes you happy? Because that's what's going to get you through those hard weeks and those hard times. And each of you has to define that joy for yourself. For some of you, your joy will be found in your labor. Among these graduates, there are many who want to serve their communities as Air Force mechanics, nurses, doctors, policemen, teachers. This is a noble pursuit, and I wish you nothing but the best. For others, your joy and happiness will come in relationships, your friends, family, loved ones, romantic partners, and God willing, children and grandchildren. You all will undoubtedly create the fabric that makes our human community. And the other group of you will find your joy in what you create, are artists, writers, musicians, engineers. Your vision will push us forward, and for the artists, you will teach us all how to see life very differently. The great poet Ralph Waldo Emerson once wrote, "Go forth into the busy world and love it. Interest yourself in its life, mingle kindly with its joys and sorrows." Go forth into the busy world and love it. Now, seniors, my time as your teacher is coming to an end. Actually, you're senior. It's been my pleasure, but I want to give you all a few tasks, a few things I want you to accomplish in your early 20s. If you complete these things, I guarantee you're going to be the best version of yourself. The first thing I want you all to do is perfect a karaoke song. Seriously. Pick a popular song, something like All the Single Ladies, Hey Ya, No Scrubs. Have fun with it. I want you all to learn to take care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally. Because before you can help others, before you can love others, before you can accomplish your greatness, you first have to take care of yourself. Never forget you are the most important person in your life. I want you all to travel, explore. Even if you can't afford those international trips just yet, explore your neighborhood, go to a museum, see a local band, find the best taco shop, and let me know where it's at. Learn to cook 3 things. This is very important. Learn to cook 3 things. A good breakfast, a special dinner, and something that makes you feel like a child again. And last but not least, the last thing I want you all to learn is how to treat every single person exactly the same. No matter where they come from, what they look like, what language they speak, how much money they have, you treat every single person the same. You do all of these things, and you'll be the amazing people I know you can be. I hope you had as much fun this year as I did. We've been through so much, the highs and the lows. And I want to remind you to cherish this special occasion. Because as you get older, you'll find that life is simply a series of moments. Seniors, it's truly been my honor to be your teacher. Now go and find your purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. C, for those amazing words of encouragement. I would like to welcome Mr. Roger Rolim de Mauro. Roger graduated from High-Tech High North County in 2017 and majored in philosophy at the University of California at San Diego, graduating in 2021. Please join me in welcoming Roger.
Buenas tardes, clase, familia y amigos. Gracias a Cindy por esa introducción. Como digo, me llamo Roger Rolín de Mora, graduado en 2017 de aquí, 2021 de la UCSD. Y primeramente quiero felicitarlos a todos por haber llegado aquí hoy. Sé que el camino ha sido largo y sin duda no fue nada fácil, ya que por más de 10 años han trabajado para llegar aquí. Es un honor estar aquí con ustedes este día. Más allá de felicitar a todos los graduados, quiero agradecerles a todos los que nos han apoyado durante su vida, si están aquí hoy presentes o no. Sé lo importante que son los amigos y la familia para cada uno de nosotros, y sé que no se podría sin ustedes. Mis familias latinas, lo que falta de mi discurso será en inglés, pero les quiero agradecer por aún estar aquí. Y ojalá todavía podrán llevarse algo de las palabras que compartiré hoy.
Yes, Roger! Woo!
Again, I'm Roger, and with the time I have up here, I want to share with you all a lesson that I learned while here that didn't click until a few years after graduating high school. Allow me to share a fable with you all that my dad shared with me on the eve of my 6th grade POL, a fable about patience, gratitude, and appreciation for all the things that we choose to do in our lifetime, big and small. Before I tell this fable, I want you all to know that when I went off to college, I had a little bit of imposter syndrome, or a feeling of unworthiness or not belonging. I arrived at UCSD, and I was amongst so many incredible people. There were students that organized groups, student athletes, and others that just seemed to have all the energy to study and focus on their academics while also leading healthy social lives around campus. When I started college, I already felt like I had too much on my plate. I could only focus on doing a few things at a time. I felt like I didn't belong because I wasn't maneuvering as easily through college as the rest of my peers. But over time, and with some patience I learned how to participate, study, and socialize. Little by little, every year in college becoming a better version of myself. Little by little, one step at a time. Now back to the fable. It begins with a writer who spent their life writing inspirational stories that originally served to help people in their day-to-day lives. They knew when they had just started writing that this was their goal. But over time, they started to become very successful. They loved that they sold lots of books and had started to always look forward to selling more. Because now, in their eyes, the more books they sold, the more they thought they were helping people. One day, later in their life, they were attempting to write what would be their most successful book yet, which of course didn't mean it would really help people, but rather would sell the most copies. So the writer took a vacation to clear their mind. They rented a condo on the beach, and every day they would take a walk up and down the shore to see if inspiration would strike them then. However, that grand idea would not come. Well, one day, this all changed for them. As they were taking their usual stroll along the shore, they noticed, off in the distance, what seemed like a young person running from the shore where the tide ended to a couple of feet deep in the water. And that person kept repeating this. The writer got closer to take a look and noticed that it was a young boy who was following the tide because every time the tide came in, it brought with it starfish and left them on the shore. The boy would run to where the tide left the starfish and would pick them up, and he would run into the water and throw them deep into the ocean so they could not wash up again. However, it was after a few minutes of watching the boy that the writer got irritated. They walked up to the boy and said, "Son, you should just give up. It's hopeless. You will never be able to save all the starfish that wash up on the shore. So what's the point?" The boy looked at the writer, contemplating what exactly the writer had meant. But soon enough, he felt the water rush up to his feet and immediately got to action. In front of the writer, he went to where the starfish washed up. He collected as many as he could, and he tossed them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And before he threw the last one, he held it, and he looked at the writer. He said, "I may not be able to save all the starfish that washed up." As he looked at the starfish in his hand, he said, "But for this starfish, I am the difference." And he threw it back in the ocean. So now, this fable reminds us that life is not always about quantity, saving the most lives, impacting the greatest number of people, but rather quality. Every person you impact, every individual whose difference you were for a moment or a day, or maybe even a lifetime, matters just as much. Everything we go through has an effect on how we think about being in this world. One little ripple is more valuable than anyone could ever fathom, as it could change someone's world. And so I encourage you all to pay attention and think of all the little ripples you've already made in your life thus far. Holding the door open for someone, helping them keep it clean, comforting your best friend, and taking time to take care of yourself. All these little ripples mean so much to the universe, and I can guarantee that you have all already made such an impact on this world. Look at all the people here to celebrate you all today. You all matter, and nothing you do goes unnoticed, even the things you choose to do for yourself. The universe is beyond lucky to have you all around, and I wish you all the best in whatever it is you choose to do with the rest of your lives. I know that you will all continue to make these ripples big and small. Thank you.
Thank you for your words of inspiration, Paja. At this time, I would like to invite our first class of 2022 speaker, Sebastian Villatana.
Family, friends, teachers, and parents, welcome. My name is Sebastian Anthony Villatana, and I want to be the first one to say congratulations to the class of 2022. We're graduating. Can you believe it? 4 years ago, we knew nothing was yet ahead. A rehearsal before the show, a sketch before the mural, a stretch before the jump. We were the freshmen, back to step one. We were a unique batch of kids, all mixed into this project-based learning environment, which was different from other schools. Special in its own way that we can all call it different from the rest. Now, those same 4 years later, we are leaving the school behind a new crop of people, most of whom were just as nervous as we were when we got here. It has been an adventure of 4 years and a quick 4 years as well. The good and the bad, the long and the short, we will always remember this place. While I'm thrilled to be our speaker, I can't say I've spent as many hours as some of us have in between these halls. Our teachers, of course, have spent a crazy amount of time here, and many of you have as well. Whenever I needed help with certain subjects such as chemistry, math, physics, anything I struggled with for my sake of learning, there was always someone ready to help. And if not academically, I always had support from friends and peers, described with words such as loyalty, faithful, committed, trustworthy, true, and solid. It takes that type of teamwork to survive anywhere in life, no matter who or where we are. I've gotten to know all of you, and it's definitely been an experience. Times are now changing faster than ever, and maybe we don't feel quite ready for the same what's coming. We are standing on the beach, watching the ocean grow from a minuscule rise in the horizon to a monstrous tidal wave. We are not moving, we are not scared, we are ready for what awaits. Many of us will be going to college, and some of us will be going to various branches of the armed forces, and either at home or abroad. And others might just get right to work or even take a year or two off of college, figuring out their lives. Leaving high school is a leap towards adulthood, the leap into our lives, finding our purpose, and the impact we make in this world. We are the next generation, the change the world needs now. I stand here before you, looking back at 4 years of memories we've all made together, moments away from graduating. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Sebastian. Please help me welcome our next student speaker, Vanessa Sanchez.
Thank you guys. Hello, my name is Vanessa Sanchez, and it's my pleasure to be a part of 2022's graduating class at HTHNC County. I stand here before you all to reflect back on 4 years of legacy we've all made together. Looking into the crowd, most of us have known each other since middle school. Hearing someone at the piano at every hour of the day, watching Toothless get passed around in Miss Caroline's classroom, and Mr. Andrew's banana costume, all very weird and unique experiences, but all that will make this school a little harder to leave. Although it goes without saying, our experience has been nothing if not unique. All of the twists and turns forced us to adapt to new ways of learning, thinking, functioning, and living in our everyday lives. I'm not here to disregard the fact that these challenges we faced were extremely difficult, though I do wish to highlight all of the things we should be proud of. As we all know by now, High Tech High believes in a growth mindset for every single one of their students. That one thrives on challenges and understands intelligence and talents are always susceptible to improvement. I can't begin to guess the amount of times I've heard someone say they didn't think they were going to be able to graduate, but look at us now. For most of us, including myself, this was done by taking it one step at a time. Whether it meant going to office hours or reaching out to someone who understood the material a little better than I did, all of these little victories helped us build towards the ultimate goal of graduating together this year. Whoever your inspiration is, whether you completed high school to prove to yourself you could do it, or to see your parents' reaction as you walk across this stage in a few moments, this moment will stay with us forever. As my time here ends, I'd like to leave you all with some advice. Please do not fear failure. Instead, be terrified of regret. It's so easy to feel like the whole world around you is collapsing and all you can do is watch it happen. Instead, turn these setbacks into reasons to work harder, slowly changing the way you view opportunities until it becomes natural, because it will, as long as you let it. As we take these next steps into adulthood, I hope you welcome it with open arms and high hopes, no matter what your plans after graduation are. Especially if you're not quite set on a path yet. It's imperative that you realize finding what makes you happy is a process worth enjoying. If you haven't found it yet, please keep looking. Never settle for less than what you believe you deserve, as I have no doubt that every single one of us will make a lasting impact in the world we are about to step into. Take note of the small victories as you go along, and you'll know when you found your calling. It has been an absolute honor and privilege sharing the past 4 years of experience with you all, and I truly wish you all the best. Thank you, class of 2022.
Thank you, Vanessa. Please help me welcome our closing speaker, Tadella Achampone.
Dear high-tech students, families, and faculty, my name is Tadella Achampone. Thank you for joining us on a day where we take on the next chapter of our lives. I would like to commence by acknowledging my peers and advising you to be extremely proud for making it to this very moment right here. Despite the years seeming to fly by, I have witnessed the effort and passion that each one of you have poured into this school. From the moment you stepped onto this campus, you made your mark on this school, and let this mark be a continuation of what you will achieve in the future. The future belongs to those who work for it today, and with that being said, know that each one of you have long since held the future in your hand. These past 4 years have not gone by without hardship. From surviving through a global pandemic and a world that is changing every second, we still prevail. As you leave here today, I want you to all to understand the gravity of your impact on this school. In parallel to the classes before us, we have all shaped High Tech High to what it is today, a feat that should not go unrecognized. There's a saying that I feel resonates with all of us here today that I would like to be the emphasis of my speech, that we can all be seen as mosaics. As some of you may know, a mosaic is a picture or a pattern produced by arranging together small colored pieces. Each piece is unique and serves its own purpose, and once they are put together, it then serves its own purpose as one entity that was created through other entities. So when I think of mosaics, I think of my time at High Tech High. I think about how each interaction, each lesson I've learned, every laugh I've shared, each project, and many more aspects have all shaped me to who I am today. We are who we are not only because of ourselves, but because of the people around us. Look around you. No matter how small or big each relationship you've had at this school is, your time here was made up of pieces. Pieces that came together to form us into our own unique selves. The climate change project from 6th grade still impacts my environmental usage. I made the choice to play piano because during my first year at High Tech High, I was stunned by the different talents I saw from my classmates, thus prompting me to teach myself to play, something I have carried on for 8 years and counting. The 9th grade camping retreat allowed me to form bonds with people that have become some of the most important people in my life. We are a beautiful, evolving piece of work that each person who enters our lives holds some importance in. We unknowingly gathered all of these pieces over the years, not realizing the impact that they had on us. As you carry on to your journey, continue gathering your mosaic pieces. Gather them and carry them with you as you go on, and at the end of your journey, you will be a mosaic of everyone and everything that has held importance to you. As for the faculty, a simple thank you wouldn't suffice for the passion and effort you have all contributed and continue to contribute. Your devotion towards the work you have put in for us does not go unnoticed, and as I told my peers, you are all also contributors to who we are today, and the same is true for the families here today. As I near the end of my speech, I would like to leave you with a quote that has always resonated with me. No one's knowledge can go past their experience. While your knowledge is a strong aspect to have, it can never exceed the real life and raw experience you gather as you live. Experience is at every single corner around you, and with more experience comes new open doors for you to enter. Create opportunities for yourself, take challenges, take risks, and even be delusional at times. So long as your desire to explore remains, I can assure you that you will rule this journey known as life. Thank you, and a huge congratulations to the class of 2022.
Tajella, please help me welcome this year's student performer, Cole Carrillo, mountain stand, Lola.
La 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 la. La 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 la. It's loading. Left side, la 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 la. Right side, la 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 la. Everybody go, like the beat, like a Charizard. Better need a lifeguard. All this water around me, picking cheese in the barnyard. I've been going so hard, heating up, get y'all. All this ice on me, I better find my green card. The better, the fresh, I'm spit straight down the metal. The rock cracking in the town like mozzarella. Feeling numb with complaints like a piece of shit. It's getting hot up in here from these giant peppers that I'm spitting. Look down my teeth, no Britain. Levitating with my flow like a damn magician. I'ma be up next, I'm a politician. Whether we're on president, yeah, I'm on a mission. A mission for the people to see. The young rebels on day, so excited to see. I'ma pull up one day, White House with a key. Call me Bill, call me Ted, cause I'm bringing the peace to the world. Cause all these rhymes that'll help will make your head explode and make the world the boom bap go around like a rabbit squirrel. I'm going president, bird flying up eternal. What? Better for president, what's around from the throne, everything will be hands up. What? Better for president, what a town battle, be all the residents. What? Better for president, what's around from the throne, everything will be hands up. What? Better for president, what a town battle, open, you could be all the residents. I'm flowing, fickle fresh. If you mess with me, take it now. Tank, straight to your jugular vein. My flow is insane, equivalent to color cocaine. I'm like a Red Bull to Tyrone, giving weeds like a combo. Up, left, right, down, A, hit up a high-low. It's like a Red Bull to Tyrone, giving weeds like a combo. Up, left, right, down, A, hit up a high-low. What? Better for president. What's a month on the throne? Everything will be excellent. Hands up. What? Better for president. What's a town battle open? You could be all the residents. What? Better for president. What's a month on the throne? Everything will be excellent. Hands up. What? Better for president. What a town battle open? You could be all the residents. Yeah. Hey, y'all want some more? You want some more? Hey, you want some more? Man, I know I got talent. I learned from the greatest, some type of ray and all the shallon. I got the precision, I'm not a teacher on my job. Vision of being character niggas with the talents. I know the one day you're gonna see me Jimmy Fallon. I know the one day you're gonna look and stop and see the word on top. Contagious will become. That's how my flow is. Never sailing, never flies. I keep it going. Never fails, it only pops. Check it. I'm in the top with mics. You wonder why I haven't dropped. I've been training my jumps. I'm really letting out my chakras. Giving goosebumps. Wanna style? Difference in clothes. You wanna say what's up? No. That girl throwing signals in the mouth like a duck. I know she really love my differences. She's going, what? And she smelling like sprinkles out mama good love. 444, yeah, that's the time. Keep seeing these numbers in a line. See my path is going to the sky. Yeah, my angels right here protecting us. I go by the stage name Young Rudo. My name is Cole Carrillo. I want to say, I'm on all streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud. I'm on YouTube, I'm on everything. Yes, sir. Hey, check out my new merch, 444. You can stop by the Prius. Go pick yours up if you want. I'm out.
Let's Let's give another round of applause for Loera. Allow me to introduce Ms. Aleda Rivera, Dean of Students for the reading of the graduates, and Ms. Tiffany Yang, Director of College Advising, for the presentation of diplomas.
Everyone ready? No shade to everyone else who came up here, but I mean, I think this is why we're all here, right? This is why we're here, the moment. All right, graduates, let's do this. We're not one of those schools where you need to hold your applause to the end. You go ahead and clap and cheer for your graduates. Tagella Achumpone. Jacob Cole Adcock Howard. Jamie Aldrich. Prue Allard. Juan Alvarez. Zoe Antonoff. Brisa Aranda Mata. Andrea Montserrat Arellano Rosales. Riley Belignasai. Desiree Bantad. Josephine Marie Bateman. Corbin Becker. Ezekiel Venancio Del Mar. Cole Carrillo. Denise Catalan. Pablo Chapman. Let's give it up for the next set of graduates. Thank you for being loud. We like it loud. It's a celebration today, folks. Andrew Shirello. Nicholas Clark. Allison Courtney. Jenna Courtney. Jesus Cruz. Marlene Cruz. Mallory Dara. Olivia Dimmitt. Austin Doniger. Alejandro Estrada. Rebecca Suarez Evans. Connor Fine. Chloe Fermin. Zach Forster. Sydney Forrest. Cooper Frank. We got the next row full. Give them a round of applause. Zane Freitas. Esdras Cáceres Galicia. Eric Gallegos Gomez. Justin Dans. Jordan Gibbs. Estelle Gladden. Audra Gomez. Bear Charlie Greenfield. Brandon Guerrero. Riley Carr. JJ Hope Hernandez. Gabriel Hillman. Sabajan Conover. Andy Jimenez. Zachary Johnson. Another huge round of applause for this next world graduate team. Thank you. Class of 2022. You are so loved. Zephania Kent. Helena Knowles. Spencer Lee. Madison Langdon. Nathaniel Little. Ryan Lockhart. Benjamin Lopez. Marissa Lopez. David McLeod. Ella Maillard. Jeanette Mendoza. Jacqueline Merlin. Kylie Jean Annette Malort. Angel Molina. Isabela Montoya. Esperanza Morales. Next row, we're getting close, folks. Let's show them some love. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. Come on. Don't be tired now. Don't be tired at us now. Eric Morfin. Elizabeth Mortensen. Brandon Anthony Moss. Isabel Neitzel. Alexis Munoz. Gabriel Perez Ruiz. Russell Plata. Amelia Portman. Josh Pahovic. Jessica Ramirez Cruz. Moisés Ríos Mata. Ashby Ríos. Mark Robredo. Omar Rodriguez. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a competition between like which side is louder, but like now it's the side. Now it's the side. All right. Don't these graduates look so good? Look at them. Man, it's good. Looking good. Okay, last row. Let's make them feel heard and seen and valued. And get ready, folks, because it's almost that time. Talia Susan Rodriguez. Kyle Roner. Daniel Sanchez. Samantha Sanchez. Vanessa Sanchez. Ginger Scroggin. Cass Slater. Melina Spellman Smith. Benjamin Ugaldi. Sebastian Villatana. Ian Wiedmeyer. Cameron Avery Wilson. And closing it down for us, Layla Winters. Get ready, folks. Now's about the time where we want to have those cameras queued up, because we're almost there. Let's give a round of applause, please, to all the graduates. I'm going to turn it back over to Cindy.
Congratulations, class of 2022. It is my pleasure to introduce High Tech High's Chairman of the Board, Mr. Gary Jacobs, to close today's graduation ceremony.
Hello. All right, since tomorrow is Dad's Day, I thought I'd start with a dad joke. When is a joke a dad joke? When it's apparent. Good, you're my first graduation group, so we'll see how fast everybody else gets it every time I use it now. You know, I think the first thing that we ought to have our class of 2022 do is give a huge round of applause to your parents, your guardians, everybody who will help you get here. And then I think the second, another big round of applause for your faculty and staff who had to put up with you every day. And one of the things that happened is you didn't get here all by yourselves. You had a lot of help. You had friends. Sometimes you didn't have friends. Sometimes you had more friends. Friends that were, friends that are not. But you had somebody that helped you. You had many people that helped you get here. So when you leave here, I want you to do a couple of things. One is find somebody to help. It's amazing how good you can feel about yourself when you're helping somebody else. And the second one is find somebody to help you, because there's always going to be a time when you say, I need somebody to help me. So find somebody wherever you're going, whatever you're going to do next, to help and to help you. Now, I don't know that our generation has left this world in a really great place for you. So you are the next generation of leaders. It's going to be your job to pick up where we left off and make it better. We certainly have a lot of issues going on in the world today. Climate change has been talked about. Society certainly is not where we would like it to be. Democracy doesn't seem to be where we would like it to be. And at any given time, I think you've all grown up with a war going on. And so we have a lot of things that we want to have fixed in this world, and you are going to be the next generation of leaders that are going to do it. So I'm looking forward to hearing your stories when you come back here. It's hard to believe we've been doing this for 22 years now. But when you come back for your 10-year reunion or your 5-year reunion, I look forward to hearing your stories about what you've been doing in your life. There's talk about passion. Find out whatever it is your passion. You don't have to know what it is now. It may change over time. When you get your passion, take hold of it and go forward with it. Really, really take it and move forward with it. It'll be a great way to lead your life. Now in High Tech High, we are a project-based school, so we have two final projects for you. One, flip that tassel from one side to the other side. And two, when you get ready to throw your caps up in the air, calculate the terminal velocity on the way back down again. She's working on it already, I can see. All right. So based on the confirmation from your school director and from the faculty that you have completed all the requirements that the High Tech High Board of Trustees has set forth, it is certainly my pleasure to congratulate you. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to the High Tech High North County class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates.